did run. I can't run. I cannot run.
Oh, wow.
Did you realize that?
All right. The first one's going to get a glass of water. Quick.
Oh, listen, I hobbled.
Yeah, well done, Cheryl. I can't see Veronica. I can't see Lurleen. No, but Elaine is fixing her lip.
Here I am. Yeah, look.
No, the thing is, I would be back in like 5 minutes. I can't run, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well, I'm a hobbler.
That's fine. Anyway, welcome to our trust support meeting here November. Can you believe it's November already? Our trust support session for November, and everyone give each other a wave. Say hi. Hi. Are you sure that you're all social distancing?
Yes.
Social distancing. Is it 2 or 3 meters? Can you just prove it, please? Swing your arms. I can see that you're social distancing. Okay, Lurleen, right, we haven't started the exercises yet. Well done. Okay, and let me welcome one and all. I'm sure others will come on later, but welcome and special welcome to our guest speaker and founder member of Trust, Cheryl Johnson. Give her a round of applause. Let you feel welcome, let you feel good. All right. And before we start, do you want the good news first or do you want to do the quiz?
We'll hear the good news.
Good news.
The good news.
We need some good news.
That will cheer us up.
Can you see this? What does it say?
Support grant application form.
And where's it from?
The Trust.
No.
Oh.
Macmillan.
It's from Macmillan.
Okay.
And what we did is that we put in, we bid for funding, right? I just want to get what we did. And we said that the Trust is requesting funding to deliver a program of events and activities for people affected by cancer in Croydon, and to develop a dedicated website that will provide our activities, provide information and signposts to other sources of local and national support, including the Macmillan Helpline, right? So with all that, right, they have supported us to create our own dedicated Trust website. Everyone say, yay. So that information will have on there about the support group, awareness events, and so forth. Because, you know, right now, the Trust is linked to our Ministry of Empowerment website, which is fine. But because everyone sees Ministry of Empowerment website as just a faith group, even though we have other therapeutic and activities happening, we thought that when people put in Trust, they should see it standalone and know that, you know, what is specific. So that's why, it probably have a little link, but it needs to have its own website, its own, what do you call it, something link. So when anyone puts in, they can see that, right? So what we're going to do also, you know, when we do the, when I asked, like last time we met, we took each letter from cancer and we said about caring and so forth. We're going to do things like that and put together publication so that we can share with others that has this stigma, because you know, a lot of individuals, the older generation, they don't even want to say the word, they say the thing, you know? So if we can a fun book with just all these little things in. So that's why each time we do these little exercises, it may seem silly, right? But we can publish them in even a little book and share it and let them know. Even, you know, put some videos. We got a gospel choir. We can do some nice fun exercise with Elaine and just, you know, just put it out there just to encourage them, right? And that will bring awareness and sort of you know, get rid of some of the misconception and taboos regarding cancer within the BAME community, right? So that funding will go towards creating and designing publication materials, purchasing a laptop. They have supported us for 1 year Zoom license as well. And also we're thinking that we need someone that will hold the telephone, will have its own dedicated telephone that will just check up an individual, send out texts, make sure you're okay, and so forth. So if anyone would like to join the team and developing all this, just inbox me. So that's good. All right. So the amount they've given us, right, is just under £5,000.
Good. That's nice.
Yeah, and that's not me. That's not the ministry. That's us. For us to develop trust that it's not for us. You know, let us take it to the wider. Let us be the platform where others feel comfortable to share. We've had Natalie share. We're having Cheryl share, you know, and we can ask, you know, let's do real talk so that folks don't feel, oh, I don't know, they just feel comfortable and it's safe. So that's the good news. All right, so you're happy.
That's really good. Yeah, well done.
So we need some good news. Well done, well
Okay.
done, well done.
Right, and okay, I'll tell you, I'll say that after after we're off the video, that's fine. So now, my dear, have you got your pens and papers ready?
Yes.
Have you? Or I got, who missed the back to school?
Who missed it?
Yeah, who missed it? Who didn't come to back to school? We had fun.
We did. We did.
And whilst you're getting your pens and paper, this week until Sunday, I'm asking everyone to donate to the trust link that I'm going to put out, because if you put a £10 in, the local giving, which is our supporters, will match that amount. So if you put 20, they'll give another 20. If you put 5, they'll give another 5. So whatever little you can put in, please to do that. And we've got some more good news to share, but I have to wait for the board to give me the go ahead to tell you guys, and you're going to be so excited. So here we go. Here we go. View. Can tell I'm no good at this. And what do I do now, Cheryl? Slide, is a slideshow from the beginning. Yeah. And look at this. And on our new website, we are going to release all our YouTube videos and all that. So here we go with this. I just love this.
That's nice.
That's lovely, isn't it?
That is really good.
No, I don't watch this. How did that come on? I have no idea. That's not me. That's not me. How do I get rid of that? I don't watch those things. Okie doke. All right. Okay, good. All right. So just with your pens and paper quickly, right? Or shout out, right? Trust is what? Trust,
being able to depend on someone.
Unity is, support is together. Any of those, think about it for a few minutes, write it down, and let's share. And this is going to be another thing that we're going to put in our publication. Last week we did cancer. Today we're going to do trust is, respect is, unity is, and so forth. So what I'm going to do, can you remember that? Trust is, respect is, unity is, support is, together is. Will you remember that? Write it down, and I'm going to put you in a group for 5 minutes, and you can just discuss with each other. Have you written those down?
Togetherness.
What's the last one? I can't see that one.
Togetherness.
Together is.
Okay.
Oh, it says togetherness.
Oh, togetherness is, sorry.
Trust is. Respect.
Okay. So you've got 5 minutes to discuss and share with each other. Can everyone unmute? What was the joke?
What was the joke? Do you really want to
Yeah.
know? I was watching when the countdown, and I was saying to Lurleen, saying, "Oh my days, it's countdown. 8, 7, 5." Actually, it was on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Okay. Well done. How did you find that?
No, that was good. It was lovely. It was lovely to meet Veronica.
Okay. Lovely. Wonderful. And just remember her in prayers, please. She needs a lot of support at this time.
Okay. Oh, bless you.
Yeah. T. Trust. Trust is what? What have you got?
Lurleen, you're muted. You don't want to hear me all the time.
Oh, on mute. Okay. Yeah.
Trust. Yeah.
Trust. Well, I said it's like telling someone your secret. You know, when
So
you
trust is telling secrets. Okay.
yeah.
What did
Well,
you
that's what.
what did you have, Lane?
I put openness.
Trust is openness. Okay. What did you have, Cheryl?
We put, I think trust is having someone you can depend on, believe in.
Someone you can depend on and believe in. Is that both of you had those together?
Yeah, somebody that you can actually confide in.
Yeah.
Confine.
Yeah, that's it, confiding, yeah.
Okay, cool. Trust. Trust, respect. What did you have for respect?
That you look up to the person, yeah.
Look up to the person.
Mhm.
Is there anything else?
Appreciate.
Appreciate, yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, because we said that it was about appreciating who a person is.
Mm.
Yeah.
Appreciate who. Anything else? Okay, trust. What about unity?
Unity, strength.
We said join together, partnership.
And we said unity is strength and being as one.
This is very good. Unity, S. The other one is strength. Strength is?
Support.
Strength is what?
The next one was support.
Strength is? Oh,
no,
support, sorry.
We done S.
Right, S is, we can always do this another time. No, we haven't got to finish it. But did anyone have S?
Helpful.
Support is?
Helpful.
Helpful, yeah. Anything else? Anyone else? And togetherness?
Empathy.
Empathy.
Yeah, and it can be caring as well, isn't it?
And togetherness is?
Bonding.
Partnership.
Partnership, joining together.
I like it, it sounds good because if we say, because we had the partnership and all that together in the unity, and then we can say together is bonding. I can see that. So I'm going to put all that together and send it to Elaine, and she's going to put it in a nice thing for us. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Excellent. All social distancing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm still social distancing.
Okay, now let's just do a short quiz because I really need to hear from our guest speaker. So, pen and paper ready. And thank you all very much for taking part in that. Right, and here we go. Test your knowledge on health and body. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Are you ready for it?
Yes.
No.
Okay, right. Let me see, make sure I know to do it. Down. Right. First one. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which food does not contain vitamin D?
Which food does not contain vitamin D? Mushrooms. Is it two food that thing, Kyle or caviar?
Not caviar.
Which one do you think? Just write the answers.
K-A-L.
No, write your answer down.
Kale and caviar.
If you talk, I'm going to charge you.
Is yam, tofu, and yam.
A yam? No, there's no yam there.
Tofu. What's tofu? T-O-F-U.
That's like vegan food. Vegan.
Yeah, it's a substitute, isn't it?
Next one.
Yeah, it's true.
What does it say?
Relax.
Something lowers levels of stress hormones and strengthens the immune system. So is it laughter, reading, taking a nap, or singing?
Ready? Yeah, next one.
Yeah.
Like a fingerprint, every person has a unique nose, tongue, elbow, or toe print. You know, like our fingerprint, yeah?
Okay.
Is it your nose, a unique nose, a tongue, elbow, or toe? We're going to be learning a lot today, aren't we?
Yeah. Let's see.
All right, next one. Mother, were you still with us?
Yeah.
Good. Next one. When you sneeze, all your bodily functions stop, even your heart when you sneeze. Now, is this false or true? Just write your answer. False or true? Elaine is really thinking.
I'm thinking.
Cheryl's smiling.
Okay.
Next one. Now, this will be for Mother Weir to read out because this medical, all this language here, frontal and all that. But something lobe.
The lobe of the area of the brain. The lobe in the area of the brain that allows human to hear and understand people speaking. Which one is it? Frontal, temporal, partial, or occipital?
Oh.
So there's a part in the brain that allows us to hear and understand people speaking. Not even hear and listen to people speaking, but to understand. Imagine, to hear something and understand. It is, wow. Okay, next one. Elaine, can you read this one, please?
Yoga has a lot of surprising health benefits. Which of the following is not one of them? Improves stamina, boosts immunity, erases migraines, and helps you sleep better. Which one of those?
Okay.
Okay. Cheryl, would you mind reading this next one, please?
Oh, God. Your body uses muscles to balance itself while standing still. So we need to know how many muscles. Is it 100, 200, 300, or 400?
I would say 2.
Sorry, Dorothy, I forgot my glasses.
That's fine, that's fine. I have mine on and I still can't read, so don't worry about it. Okay. Mother Weir, please.
It takes 17 muscles to smile and 43 to frown. Is that true or false?
I can't tell which one's smiling from which one's frowning.
Yeah, I know. They both look the same.
Lily, next one, please.
Right. The nail grows the slowest, while the middle nail grows the fastest. Index finger, ring finger, thumb, or pinky finger. Which one of the nails grow the fastest? Let me see, and I can look at mine and think.
I know.
Which one of your fingers, index, thumb, ring finger, or pinky finger, grows the slowest? Is the point?
No, the fastest.
The fastest.
Yes, the fastest.
Oh.
The nail grows. It says.
No, which of them grows the slowest?
While the middle nail grows the fastest. The middle nail grows.
So which one grows the slowest?
Yes, which one grows the slowest? Because the middle one, because if you pick up anything, the middle one's protected and whatever. So which one of those grow the slowest? Is it the index finger, Oh, what's the difference between the index finger and the pinky? Oh, the pinky finger is the little one.
Yeah, the little one.
Okay.
The baby one.
All right.
Okay.
And the last one, can I have Elaine? Can you read this, please?
Which food does not contain vitamin C? Kiwi, peppers, tomatoes, or walnuts?
Does not.
Yeah.
Okie doke. So let's go back to the answers now. Which food does not contain vitamin D? Which one? Who thinks mushrooms? Tofu? Caviar?
I think caviar.
I think caviar.
Which one do you say, Cheryl?
Caviar?
I say caviar.
Anyone say anything different?
No.
Oh, it's kale.
It's kale.
No.
Yeah, so they learned something different, haven't you?
Kale is green.
Because caviar is fish eggs, aren't they?
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
I thought because they're on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you learned something. Okay, next one. Next one. Okay, so something where there's laughter, reading, taking naps, singing, lowers levels of stress hormones and strengthens the immune system. Which ones do you say?
Laughter.
Everyone say laughter. Anyone say anything different? Going. Gone. Yes.
Laughter. Oh.
Laughter.
Laughter.
Oh, it's all right. All right, Elaine. Let me tell you. I was up till 4 o'clock this morning doing this.
Oh, listen, I told you to go to bed last night, you see.
I'm sorry. I did go to bed last night. Like a fingerprint, this one was very interesting. Like a fingerprint, every person has a unique nose, tongue, elbow, toe print. Which one is it?
I said toe. Toe.
Toe?
Yes.
Yeah, I said toe.
Which one do you say, Mother Weir?
I thought it would have been nose.
Nose print?
We haven't.
You're going to be very surprised.
Okay.
Tongue.
Wow.
I put that and crossed it out.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
this one got me. When you sneeze, all your bodily functions stop, even your heart. True or false? Who thinks true?
No, I know the heart. True. I think it's true because I know about the heart. When you sneeze, they say your heart stop.
What do you say, Elaine?
I think it's false because it's saying all of your body functions stop.
Cheryl?
I think it's false.
I think it's false.
Get ready. Get ready. Remember to keep social distancing.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, I said true.
Really?
True. Yeah, I was very surprised.
Because I said about your heart. I know about the heart. They said your heart stops. So that's why I said true.
Yep. It's amazing, isn't it?
I was debating and think it might have been a trick one.
No.
Because it does. You do.
Body
functions. It freezes.
Yeah. So the thing is, even a sneeze, it's a serious matter, isn't it?
Mm.
So when we get hay fever, it's horrendous then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Gosh. Okay, next one. Mother Weir, what's the answer?
I said
frontal lobe. I can't remember these things now. Let me get whole.
I said frontal.
I said frontal lobe.
I said frontal as well. Frontal lobe. Frontal.
I didn't have a clue. I didn't guess.
Cheryl?
I said frontal.
Yeah. Is it temporal?
Temporal. Oh. Oh my God.
I should have known that, shouldn't I? Oh my goodness me.
Because it's
It's there.
Okay.
yeah. Next one.
Oh, I give up.
No, don't give up. Yoga has lots of surprising health benefit. Which of the following is not one of them? Which did you say is not one, Lurleen?
I said erase migraine.
Anyone else has anything different?
I said boost immunity.
Yeah, that's what I put, boost immunity, because yoga, immunity is like your immune system. Anyway, we'll see.
Elaine?
I put eases migraine. That one was not.
Yeah.
Improves
Yoga has a
stamina.
lot of surprising health benefits.
Well,
Improve stamina.
Well, I don't think that one
It
is
does
right.
not. It does not.
Not improve. It does not.
That's the key word. It does not.
It does not
It
improve.
boosts immunity. It helps you sleep better. It eases migraine, but it does not improve your energy and all. Well, stamina.
But it should do, because it's giving you, you know,
That
relaxation.
longevity. Yeah.
Immunity, it's supposed to improve your stamina.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't going to improve mine, I wouldn't be doing it.
I think
But you know what it is? Because I can understand, because it's all about meditation, isn't it?
yeah, it's not about
Once you're quiet, your immune system, you're relaxed, your headache. But I think for the improve that, you'd have to have cardiovascular
exercise.
That improves your energy, swimming, stuff like that. We do all that. Whereas this one is more calmer.
I think then I won't be doing yoga.
oh no.
Yeah.
Right. This one. Who thinks 100, 2, 3, or 400?
I say 200. I say 200.
I say 2.
I put 3.
200.
Ah, got it right. Yay!
I told you.
Because I know there's a lot of muscles going on.
Just to stand still.
Yeah.
Yeah, 300 muscle. Oh my God.
That's why I keep falling over. No, because from when I fractured my foot, I know, because it's not getting better, and I know there's loads of muscles in your foot.
And that's why they give us these exercises. We ought to do them. This one is a laugh. It takes 17 muscles to smile and 43, much more, to frown. Is that false?
Really?
I say true.
Oh, I've got that.
It falls.
I think, yeah, it does take more to.
It's true.
Smile.
Yeah, because it does take more to be miserable.
Yeah. So if you smile, that's it, even your heart. But when oh gosh, just to frowns, which I really do. Oh gosh, it must make you feel uncomfortable.
Smile.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Lurleen's. Which nail grows slower, Lurleen? Index finger, thumb, finger.
I put index finger.
Index grows slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who thinks different?
I think index finger.
Which finger?
Index.
These ones, because I'm checking by my
thumb. No, not with me.
My thumb
grows. No.
Thumb grows slower.
No.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
Let me go to the next question quickly. Okay, this is the last one. Which food does not contain vitamin C? Does not.
Well, orange and carrot does.
I say
tomato.
Kiwi. I say tomato too, but I think it might be kiwi.
No, kiwis. It's supposed to be good for us. Supposed to have.
Yeah, I know, but it's got other elements in.
But it says which food does not contain vitamin C.
All right, so the answer, please.
I say tomato.
Yay!
Walnut.
Got it right.
How many did you get right? How many did you get right?
One,
I stopped counting.
3. I got 3.
I got 2.
So
How many
lovely.
This one was hard.
We got Brother John, my partner in crime when I was young. He's come on to probably have a look at me to see how old I'm getting now. Okay, so who had 10? 9, 8. All right, hold up on the head, man. Hold up your head. Hold up your head. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
This was hard.
Stop.
No, you know what? We'll do the same one next time, so that those that come on later, right, they can see that at least we knew something. Oh, wow. Well done. Give yourselves
Shows that we learned something.
I've learned something, isn't it?
Yes,
give yourself a
definitely.
pat. Okay, right. Now, I can spy with somebody that has everything except one person. What is it? Brother John, put your video on, please. Everybody's got something except one person.
I can't see you all.
It's Cheryl.
Why? What is it?
Glasses, although I can't see on.
Correct. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, you go on, Elaine.
Oh, okay.
There we go, Brother John there. Brother John, how you doing? He's a book writer. He was going to tell us about his stuff after. But welcome.
I can't see all the participants.
Right.
Yeah, I can't see everyone.
All right.
Okay, I can see. Oh, I spy with my little eye something that everyone else is and one person is not.
Brother John is the man.
That's right.
How you know?
Very quickly.
How you know that?
How do we know that?
Well, do you know what? It's via the visuals, and although Mother Weir is not showing us and she's got a picture of her husband, I know that she's the voice behind Veronica Weir.
You can't trust people by their sight and their voice these days.
Yeah, but as I said, I did it by the visual, and because I know that the other one wasn't there. So the rest I will leave.
All right.
Okay, welcome, Brother John. Welcome all again. Right now, I hope you've enjoyed our fun activities. Yes, you've enjoyed it? Learned anything?
Yes.
Mother Weir, which finger grows the slowest?
Yes, Sam.
Okay, put your hands together now. Without further ado, we're going to welcome Cheryl, who's going to share her journey with us at this time. Cheryl, welcome to our Trust platform today, the 2nd of November, the first Monday of the month. All over to you, my dear.
Thank you. Right, where do I start? My name's Cheryl Johnson, and I'm 53 years old. And I've got neuroendocrine cancer. Has anybody heard of that before?
No.
Anyone?
Repeat that?
I've never heard of it.
It's called neuroendocrine cancer.
No, never heard of it.
No, never heard of it.
It's a rare cancer, and it basically lives in the neuroendocrine system, which is your ovaries, your womb, your lungs, anything that's got neuroendocrine cells. So your bowel and your pancreas, places like that.
Oh God.
Sorry, I can hear someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, it lives. I'd never heard of it before. It was news to me when they diagnosed me with that type of cancer. But typically, what I would say is that it had all the symptoms of regular problems that we have as human beings. So things that might be like IBS, gallbladder problems, diarrhea, all the typical things that you wouldn't expect are or can be symptoms of this cancer. But anyway, my journey started in around 2008, 2009. I started getting problems with my gallbladder, or they said it was my gallbladder. And then I started having issues with my stomach. They said it was gastritis. So then I developed high blood pressure, followed by hypothyroidism. So it started to become one thing after another, not joined up, didn't make any sense. But I went along with it. With the blood pressure, I tried to help myself. So I started exercising and doing things like that, eating right and trying to bring it down. But it would stay down, but it would go back up. So I ended up on medication. So moving on to about 2014, I went to Jamaica with my parents. We were having such a nice time. Daddy was still mourning, even though he had all the food and everything around him in the hotel, he was still not happy. But we had a really good time. And then one morning we were having breakfast and I had to run upstairs, excuse my expression, but I had to run upstairs to the toilet. And I literally stayed there. And my mum has got a disability, but she came upstairs and she said to me, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Mum, I just can't get off the toilet." Anyway, for the rest, that was the first week of our holiday. For the rest of the holiday, I ended up not being able to eat much because I thought maybe I'd caught an infection. It was the food in the hotel. It turned out it wasn't the food in the hotel. So I came back. I had all the normal tests that they do for you. And they kept saying, "Oh, maybe it's an infection." I thought, okay, but you're saying it's negative. So that went on for a while. And the diarrhea continued. And I kept going back to the GP. They just said, "We don't know what it is." And I thought, this is weird. Anyway, eventually it got so bad that in the nighttime, I started to have pains in my tummy that would wake me out of my sleep. And it was so bad that paracetamol, nothing like that would work. Even when they gave me stronger painkillers, I ended up having to take 2 sets just to be able to go back to sleep at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So this continued, and I thought, okay, this is not right. That was 2014 leading up into 2016. By this time, I'd already started having headaches. Went to the GP. They said to me, "Oh, maybe it's my migraine, it's changed. It's not operating in the same way that it typically would, which is the aura and the bright lights and stuff like that. Keep a headache diary." So I did. Nothing changed. The headaches intensified. I noticed that my sight was changing. I thought, something's not right. So I kept going back to the GP. But by this time, you can imagine going back and forth to the GP, you start to get very despondent, very sort of frustrated because you just felt like you were a hypochondriac.
Yeah.
Why do you keep making these appointments? Why do you keep going back to the GP? Okay, you've got this wrong with you, that wrong with you. So when you start to add them up, you get frustrated with yourself because you think, am I a hypochondriac? Am I imagining all these things? Anyway, I went to this particular GP one day and she said to me that she was going to do a telephone consultation with me that will be a lot longer than the typical sort of 7 or 8 minutes. Anyway, she listened to me. She sent me off to an ENT. He looked down my nose and everything just to check my sinuses, and because I was complaining about the headaches. Didn't hear anything. About a month later, I got a call saying that I needed to see someone at the local hospital. So I went there. When I went there, I was sitting in what was an oncology department. So by this time I was terrified, absolutely terrified. I was with my mum. Anyway, the CT scan showed that I had a massive, what they call a pituitary tumor under the brain. So it was sitting like right here and stretching my optic nerve up in the air, which means that had I not paid attention, I would have lost my sight. One day it would have just snapped and I would have gone blind. Now that particular tumor turned out to be benign, no problem. They operated, they took it out. I ended up on a long-term treatment, but that was fine. I kind of came to terms with that, was getting on, staying with mum to recover. That was the February. And then by July, I got this terrible pain in what was in my liver. And I thought, this isn't right. So it got so bad throughout the day because I was taking painkillers. And my parents said to me, no, you need to go to A&E because the level of pain was not right. So I went to A&E, they kept me in, did all the tests, put it down to cholecystitis or something like that, discharged me. I had an examination with the ultrasound and it was a young man, very young, I think he was a junior. He was using the ultrasound and then he stopped and decided to call his boss. And he said to his boss, I think I've seen something here, but I'm not sure. So his boss asked if they could put dye in and so forth, and they did that. And they, they were really good because they didn't want to alarm me. They just said, we're not going to alarm you, but we think we've spotted some small lesions on your liver. No problem. And it was through those two men that the whole journey to cancer was exposed. Because had that young junior ultrasound guy not been as attentive, it would have been missed because I was under that hospital for a year after that. And they were still telling me, even with MRIs, that I had 3 benign tumors in my liver. So I thought, okay, the head's benign, the liver's benign. Okay, no problem. It's not cancerous. So I can, whatever it is, I can deal with it. But then along came a lady who came from a specialist hospital and she was supposed to take over my care. And she said she wasn't prepared to do that unless I had a biopsy because she wasn't happy that I was being told these things were benign for a whole year without having a biopsy of any form. So it's when I had the biopsy now that they said to me, within a week of having it, I got a phone call the Friday night from her saying that it was neuroendocrine cancer and she was going to have to refer me to her specialist hospital. Basically, it's an incurable cancer, but treatable. So by the time I got the results and everything through, it turned out that it was stage 4. But stage 4 in neuroendocrine cancer is not as vicious as it can be in other cancers. It behaves like cancer in slow motion. So it's cancer, but it's not as aggressive. Anyway, following on from that, I ended up having surgery because it turned out that even though they found it in the liver, that's where it had spread to. The actual source of the problem was all over my small bowel. So that's why I had the diarrhea. That's why I had the pain waking up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And when I say diarrhea, I'm not talking about just going to the toilet once in the night. So I'd be getting up 20, 30, 40. Sometimes I didn't even bother counting. Because by the time you get up, go to the toilet, come back, lie down on the bed, put your head down, you have to run again. And I was working at this time and going to uni full time at night. So all of this with a job and full-time university. And I just thought, this is unbearable. Anyway, they did the surgery, removed some of my bowel. And just before that, they put me on hormone treatment. So every sort of 3 weeks, I have an injection to try and keep the symptoms under control. But also what they are hoping is that it would stop the tumors in the liver from going anywhere else, because when they did the bowel, they intended to do the liver at the same time. But when they went in, they saw that it was pretty stable. So they didn't want to do 2 severe operations all in one go if it wasn't necessary. But last year, they encouraged me to have liver surgery and take away half of my liver. But I've said no, I'm not prepared to do that. So I put faith in myself, put faith in God, just to say, look, I'm not doing this. I think I've been lucky, very, very lucky with some severities so far, very blessed.
Yes.
And I don't think liver surgery is for me. I think I'm pushing my luck, put it that way.
Pushing your faith.
Yeah. So I thought, no, when my mom said to me, if you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. So I've not done it. So a year later, I'm still on the treatment. I have my scans every 6 months. I just had my scans last week, so I'm waiting to hear if it's good, stable, whatever it is. But with this type of cancer, I can only put it this way. It's the only cancer that sets up its own system. And for me to explain that, what I mean is, so you have the cancerous cells, and because it's in the endocrine system in the body, which controls every single hormone, including the hormones you were talking about with laughter and cortisol that keeps us going all day, it makes its own subset of hormones. So you've got your cancer cells, you've got your normal hormone system, and then the cancer makes another hormone system and it wreaks havoc. So this is why sometimes things go out of control. You can have the diarrhea, you can have all sorts of problems, fatigue, it's bone pain, it's a nightmare, which is, it's hard to control and it's hard to diagnose. So I'm not going to condemn the doctors or the nurses for taking too long. Yes, some of them could have listened a bit more, and some of them shouldn't have written it off as IBS, because typically I found out that you do not end up with IBS after the age of 40. It just doesn't happen. It's typically there before that point. So for them to just do all the tests and then write it off as IBS, it's not really good enough. They need to pay attention and join things up. So I had the pituitary tumor, I have neuroendocrine cancer. Those 2 things can be linked. So I've also had to have genetic testing. And you know, with genetic testing, if you've got children, that brings another added element of fear. So for me, it was like, please don't let this be genetic. So apparently they've said it's not genetic, or they think the tests have come back saying it's not genetic, but they're saying at the moment, because their testing is so, how can I put it? It's developing all the time. So they're saying at the moment, it might not come up as genetic. In 5-10 years time, they could find out that I have a strain that is genetic. And what they would typically do if it is to start looking at your family and making sure each and every one of them is tested and monitored on a regular basis, so it doesn't get to the stage that mine did. Because mine got to stage 4. For neuroendocrine cancer to get to stage 4, that means it's been in your body for over 5 years. For it to get that far, because it had spread to the liver, spread to the lymph nodes. So I had lymph nodes taken out. It spread to a part of the body that I'd never heard of before, which supports the bowels, the actual bowel in the body. So it's not pleasant. It can be really, really, sorry, I sound quite emotional because you don't realize that when you start talking about it, it sort of brings back some of those memories and what it can stop you from doing. But the one good thing I would say about cancer, it also pushed me. It made me realize that you don't just have strength and you don't just survive something for nothing. There's a purpose behind it. And I'm not saying you have cancer for a reason. I'm saying you end up with realizing there's a purpose. And it's just driven me to want to help other people more and more and more. And the more I try and sit back and just saying, no, just have your treatment, go home, mind your own business, sit and watch TV, do a little gardening. It's like something keeps tapping on the shoulder saying, you've got work to do. You've got things to do. So I do help a lot of people in my community. We set up little groups to do exercise, socially distance and stuff like that. Little gardening, sharing our plants and our seeds and our flowers, and I'll do whatever I can do to help. And this is part of the reason why, obviously, I'd come on here and speak to everyone, but mostly to raise awareness so that don't write off the little things that are going wrong with your body. That's the body's way of telling you something isn't right. And it doesn't have to be cancer. It can be anything else, because during the lockdown, what I found is that I started to become really fatigued, not feeling right. And I thought, oh, I know they say I'm postmenopausal, maybe it's my menopause. Maybe I need some hormones or something like that. So I went to the doctor, and of course, what did they prescribe? What do they call the drug? For depression. I didn't take one of them.
Antidepressants.
Yeah, I didn't take one of them. Something just said to me, it's not that. And I just thought, I just don't feel right. So I mentioned it to my endocrinologist, and she said, okay, I'll set up some blood tests, come in and have them done. I went in, this was in June, and I'd noticed my eyesight was getting worse and worse and worse. I couldn't see things properly. My glasses stopped working. I thought, this isn't right. I was like this, literally, trying to read. Anyway, I had the blood test done in June, went to Specsavers as well. Specsavers said to me that I had these plaques across the back of my eyes that weren't there the year before, the same time the year before, and they can't understand what that rapid growth is. Anyway, when I had the blood test done at the hospital, my son was driving me back home. They said, come straight back. The lab had received my bloods, and within half an hour, they phoned them and told them to get that patient back to the hospital. My sugar levels were beyond 33. Now, if anyone's a diabetic, you know that once it gets to 32, 33, the monitor cannot read it anymore. It just says hyper, and that's it. It means it's off the chart. Ridiculous. Cannot read it anymore. So it turned out I was diabetic, but the reason I became diabetic was because of the cancer treatment. It's one of the side effects. So having been on it for 3 years to try and keep the liver stable, it then caused diabetes. So with that, that was a new challenge. And that was always one of the challenges I never ever wanted, because my father is a diabetic. His family tend to be diabetics. And I've always tried my best to keep that at bay. So when I was hit with that news, I don't know which one was worse, the cancer or the diabetes. I think because for so long, the diabetes was one that I really wanted to keep at bay. I found it hard to sort of process mentally. But I listened, did as I was told, started taking the medication, changed my diet, and just did a bit more gardening, so I got the exercise in, and I'm in a good, very, very good range with the diabetes. They're really happy with me because I've tried my best, and that's all they can ask of me. Tried my best to keep that stable, because I know that I can't come off the treatment. If I come off the treatment, the tumours will bolt out of the liver and do whatever they want. After they spread from the liver, they just spread elsewhere, the bone, the brain, wherever. So I don't have that option to be able to say stop treatment. They could maybe try another one, but I can't stop the treatment. So that's where I am. And then mid all of this going on, my youngest son broke his hip. Oh, no. I was like, okay, somebody is testing me. Someone's testing me, because he was in the stages of kind of taking care of me, because I was just newly diagnosed with the diabetes. So he's a qualified chef. He was making sure I was eating right and, you know, keeping me going. And then it had to reverse so quickly with him going into hospital, having an operation. He's now on crutches. He can't work. And I'm looking after him. So, but the thing about it is, as I said, the cancer, the diabetes, the challenges have brought me to a place of realization that you have a purpose. You have a purpose and you need to fulfill what those purposes are. And I think for me, it's about just looking after other people, caring for them, because what he didn't know many years before he was born is I used to be an auxiliary nurse. I was actually going to train to be a nurse. So all the skills that were needed to make sure he was safe, that he could use the bath, and that I could lift him or move him safely, he never knew that I had those skills, because it wasn't something I discussed. He wasn't even born. So, you know, said purposes, the gift of what you have, use them. And if you can help people, especially like what we've been talking about today, the unity, the support, the togetherness, the trust, that really taps into everything I've had to tap into through this journey, and especially in these last 3 months.
Wow, I don't know. It's hard. Wow. It's so hard to hold back the tears.
I'm listening to you and I'm feeling emotional. Yeah.
Very, very much. But I'm going to let Mother Ware say something at this time, because I know that she will speak on behalf of the ministry, and I'll get everybody time. And Cheryl, thank you very much for sharing that journey with us. And, you know, it's one thing to know it, one thing to know that you're going through it, one thing to feel it. But when you speak it and sort of everything just sort of just comes back up into your system, the whole entire being, it's not easy, because it's easy to say, oh yes, I'll share. But when you're actually sharing, I know it can bring up a lot of good memories, bad memories, pains, not so much pains, just different things, should have, shouldn't have, why not, and so forth. But God bless you, and never think that it's luck, and never think that you're pushing, you know, look, whatever, it's fate. And I believe that God has kept you for a specific purpose. And just before Mother Ware sending, do you think that you are preserved to serve?
Say that again.
Do you believe that you are preserved to serve?
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, that's fine. I answered that for a specific reason. So, Mother Ware, thank you very much. Let's just give her a round of applause. Just tell her, no, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Mother Ware.
Bless you. To everyone, thanks for being online. And to Cheryl, I really commend you and, you know, sharing your experience with everyone. It's not an easy task. And, you know, I felt your emotion as you were speaking. And for somebody like myself who have dealt with cancer patients over the years, set up cancer clinics, I can see where you're coming from. And sometimes I felt quite bad when you were talking about things that should have been done. I felt bad that the system had let you down in somewhere, you know, but, you know, I pray that things have improved over the years. I have not been into one of those areas for 14 years, but I still keep in touch with what's going on out there. And I must say things have improved since you've started your journey. And, you know, and it is not easy to stand and explain everything to you. But, you know, we have always taught the more you can share it, it helps you, because it comes with a positive mind. And you are doing so much positive things around your illness that you don't even think about it, because you're more involved in helping others. And that is the way we should be, positive, helping others to reach their goal also. because, you know, somebody could be in line that you never know have this, and you're helping them as you speak. And so today, I thank God for you. I thank God for your boldness, your courage, and I thank God for keeping you. As Sister Val said, do you think you're preserved for such a time like this? I do believe God has kept you for such a time like this, because you're able to impart in other people and blessing people as you go on in life. Even your son, you know, you say your son was looking after you, and in turn you have to look after him. You know, everything revolves around God have a way of working plans out in so much positive way that sometimes we don't even think that God is doing it. It's in God's hand, a lot of things that we do. But just hearing you today, you have come a very long way. All of these things, and yes, you're right. Sometimes a lot of us have all these things happening to us and we don't do nothing about it. I am one for, as soon as my husband, if anything, I say, well, have this been done, have that been done? Because unfortunately for me, I've been in the system, so I know what to look for. I know how to act in it. I even ring my GP and say, right, this needs to be done or that needs to be done. Because, you know, we've got to take responsibility for everything what we go through. And I'm encouraging everyone, you know, whatever you have, whatever you feel, whatever doctors say to you, look it up. A Google is one of the best things that ever happened. You can quickly put it in there. You can tell the medication that they give you. I mean, first of all, they're going to put you on antidepressant. Why put someone on antidepressant without knowing exactly what is going on with the person? Look at all of those things for one of the things what he said, because I've never really gone into hearing about this cancer before, but it's also important that we know the medication that we're taking. It's not good for everything the doctor gives you, you put down your throat. It's not going to be good for you. It's important that you research it and think most people has got a smartphone, and a smartphone is a very good tool that you can look up medication that doctor puts you on, and if it's not good for you. And there's something going around about these natural remedies that God created all these herbs for the healing of the nation. Sometimes we need to go back to some of these things to help us. Instead of taking this for that, you can drink a cup of tea that it have it in, and that helps you. But today, Cheryl, you really inspire me. The things that you're doing, the help that you're giving, to not just for yourself, but the wider field of people. You didn't keep it to yourself. You're helping others as you go along. May God continue to strengthen you, preserve you, and heal you. You know, medication good, but our ultimate healing comes from God. And I'm so glad you're a person of faith, that God will strengthen you as you go on in the to come. And Sister Val, thank you so much. I love you.
Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. Lurleen?
Yeah, I was quite moved by what she said and emotional. So, you know, I just want to say, you know, Cheryl, keep doing what you're doing and encourage others and share your story, because you could help others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elaine?
Yeah. I don't know where to start. But, you know, thank you so much to, you know, open up, share, because, you know, even some of the names that you mentioned with what you called, I was thinking, I've never heard of this. And with all the ailments, symptoms, you know, different things that you said, I'm thinking, what, this one person with all this going on? And looking at you, you know, fair enough, we're not in the same vicinity. And look, you still got a smile on your face. Wow. You know, it's commendable. I really commend you and thank you for actually sharing this with us. And, you know, it's making us go away with, well, even for me, this feeling that oh, she mentioned this, I must go and look this up. Or, you know, when different bits and pieces are happening, delve deeper, find out what is going on. And you know, an interesting factor that you said about the IBS thing, that, you know, generally it doesn't come on board after 40, so it must be lying dominant somewhere going on and things like that. And I've experienced the IBS thing before and being told it's IBS, and, you know, different things and long and short what they want to do. And but as you said, you incorporated quite a bit of self-help as well as engaging in what, you know, your doctors or the GP consultants, etc., stated. So, you know, give thanks for your journey on that basis, that, you know, you persevered and you incorporated some of your own self-help and knowing your own body. So but thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.
Oh, what it is so moving, and you know, all I can say is just thank you for sharing. Thank you. And you can see that she smiles a lot, because after that it takes less muscles to smile.
Yes.
Right. And if you're, you know, some people, I mean, everything, and them look at her. She said her age, and I met her son. I could not believe she had such grown young men the first time I met her. But Cheryl, thank you very much, and found a member of the trust, but she wasn't even aware she came on the day, and she took those wonderful photos with us. Thank you very, very, very much.
And I still have plants.
And you still have what? The flower? Oh, yes, you still have the flowers. Okay, right. So right now, is anybody want to ask no question? Don't really want to ask no question. I think this is more of a giving her an encouragement. You know, there's some situations, yes, you can ask questions, but I think there's times that, you know, we can just give back to her, encourage her, because obviously it's not easy at all. Okay, so we are going to go and have a few minutes, just chill, relax with Elaine, do some just smile exercise. We could have laughter section, couldn't we? And then we probably finish by 1:45. We'll finish earlier. All right, so have an exercise. Get yourself a glass of water, drink plenty of water. Who's got the water?
I ain't got no water.
Yeah, let's have a two minute break. Let me go to the loo
break.
And we'll get started.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay.
Elaine, that's going to just wind us down for a lovely thing, and I'll get some nice music.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you all. I'm going to start this session with a bit of a stretch. So I'm currently on the floor, but take notice of me. I'll talk you through it. Yeah, give yourself a big stretch. I'm going to start with my arms going up. No matter where you are, seated or standing, a big stretch. And even a sigh to go along with it. Yeah, quite gentle. Yeah, and go down again. And then up again. Ooh. You know, the sort of stretch that you do in the morning, or you should do in the morning when you get out of bed. Come on, Dorothy. Yeah, and stretch from side to side. Yeah, just opening up that chest as well. Yeah, and then coming forward, opening up your chest and breathe. And I think it is very important because we have been sitting for a little bit.
I was just putting away my apple pie.
I'm not going to acknowledge that. Yeah. So I'm even going to stand now, because even just before our little break, I thought I needed to stretch. So give it a good stretch. Want to make sure you can see me. Yeah. So keep
Ugh. Even getting on your tippy toes a little bit. Yeah. And then down onto your heels. Keep your hands up. Stretch again. Up onto your tiptoes. Yeah, hold it for a little bit. And then down again. Yeah, give your arms a little bit of a swing. Back and forth. Yeah, back and forth. Sort of warming up your body. And then move from side to side. From one leg to the other. Yeah. Either swing your arms at knee height or you could raise it up to shoulder height. Yeah. Nice and smooth. Have a bit of a rhythm to it, matching with this music very slowly, gently, so that we warm our bodies up gently. Okay? Give yourself a bit of a shoulder shrug, going back, but very, very gentle. Yeah? We're warming up our bodies, however, doing it at a gentle pace that we don't exalt too much. Okay? And then forward. Yeah. Forward. Big stretches. Feeling it in your backbone, really. Yeah. Give it a good shrug. Getting loose of all that tension. Okay? And then I want you to place one foot forward and then back again. Tap it forward. Maybe put your hands on your hip. Forward. Back.
Because if we stand still, we're using 300 muscles.
Back. Well, we want to keep that balance going. Right. 2 more times. 1. And 2. And then the other side. 1. 2. 3. And the thing is, we might think that this is not very exhausting, but as we said, that balance. Yeah. And again. And again. And then give yourself a little shake. Yeah. Shake your legs out, shake your body out. Yeah. And then we're going to do forward taps and arms up as well. Yeah. So like a little dog. And that is going to warm you up quite nicely. And you can go along with the rhythm of the music. Yeah. Get that body warmed up. Well done. Keep those arms moving. And then we're going to do like a row. Yeah. Either side or backwards, it's up to you. Yeah. Well done. Keep it moving, we're getting warmer. Keep it moving. Well done. Few more. Getting you nice and warm. Okay. Right, twice more. 1, 2. And then we're going to do a side stretch. Run your arms down the side of your leg. Yeah? And again. And this time we're going to do it twice.
2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and again, 2, 1, 2, and then take your arms to your head and slowly down to your toes. Breathe into your knee and up again. And then down to your knee or your toes. Keeping it moving. Yep, stretching out your back. Even giving a stretch into your tummy muscles, up your tummy muscles. Yep. And down again. And up again. And down again. And up again. Then we're going to do 2 to the side for those who are standing. And if you're sitting, you can actually just move your feet 1 to the side if you're sitting. Okay, just stretch it out just 1 to the side if you're sitting. 2 again to the other side if you're standing. Yep. And arms coming in and out. It said how many muscles to keep standing? 300, I think it's stated. So you can imagine how much you're actually moving, how much of your body is involved in this. Okay, here we go again, another little shake. Right, then I can see everyone standing. I'm encouraging you to stand. If you've got a chair near you, or you can put your hands on your hips and just do a gentle forward tap, very slowly. Or for those of you who've got balance, hover above the front point, not touching the floor, and then go back again to the middle. Very gently. And it's a bit of a balanced one. If you are seated, you can do the same. Hover it just above where you would point and hold it there for a second. Strengthen your balance. Yeah, and then back to the center. And then you can do 1 to the back. But be careful. I usually wobble when I do this. Okay, and back to the center. Forward again. Hold it. Oops, I'm wobbling. Oh. And then back to the center. 1 more time to the back. And hold. And back to the center. Now to the other side. Forward. Even balance. Whoa. And then back to the center. To the back. Whoop. And then hold. Back to the center. Oops. Once again. I'm hearing people saying, oops, I'm wobbling. And back to the center. 1 more time to the back. And again to the back. Whoa. And back to the center. It's a funny one, isn't it? Okay. We're going to do like, actually, like propellers. Yeah, let's keep it going. We've done enough of a little balance there. And it will remind you that it's something that you can actually try at home, because my balance isn't too great and I've got to try and improve it. Okay. Let's move again. And actually, let's actually take our arms and go from side to side. We're going to be putting your hands as if you've got that imaginary ball, And you're going to go from side to side, but when you do it, I want to see your hips coming out when you go to the side, okay? And the other side, to give us a hip stretch, okay? So that imaginary ball, but we're using our hips as well. Well done. And keep it as if you've got a big ball in your hand, okay? So that you're doing it quite steadily. But you're actually getting that really big stretch up the side. And then hold it for a bit. Well done. Can you feel that stretch? Yeah, and the other side. To get that stretch right up the side of your leg and up to the arms, etc. And again. Yeah, a lovely, lovely stretch. Well done. Oh, that feels good. And again. Right, we're going to do it another 2 times. 1, lovely stretch, and again. Right, here we go. We're going to go forward, few paces forward, and just a stride. And actually just rock back and forth. Yeah? Onto your toes, back onto your heels. Your heel lifts up, your toe lifts up, and then back up again. Sort of a little rock. Okay? Stabilizing your body. Back and forth. And you can use your hands with it as well. Here we go. And the other side. Yep, a good stride forward. And then back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Stretching, I believe it's called the hamstrings at the back of your legs. Okay. Back and forth. Well done. Right, bring your legs back together. Give it a bit of a shake. Ooh. And then we're going to do a little bit of a squat. Yeah, I want to be able to see you. Hello. Actually, we can stay there for a little bit. Strengthen those legs. Ooh. Well done, well done, well done. We are doing well. And then up again. Well done. And then back down again. We are doing well today.
She means me. I'm participating of eating apple pie.
No, you're all doing well. Well done. And those muscles are working. And up again. Go. And down again. Well done. As if we're seating. It's like a squat, isn't it? But a very slow, gentle squat. Well done, well done, well done. Well done. And up again. And give it a little shake. Get that blood flowing again. Well done, well done, well done. I'm just going to have a little watch on how long we've been going. Oh, we're doing really well. It's nearly 1. Right. Then put your leg forward again. We're going to slow it down. Give it a bit of a stretch. Lean into your bent leg. Okay. Yeah, lean into your bent leg and give the other one a stretch, lifting your toes off the floor. Everyone okay?
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. Right, and then the other leg. Walk over. And give it a stretch. A really nice stretch into that leg. Well done. Oh, that's relaxing. Yep, and then give your legs a rub. And then we're going to give the arm a stretch, even if it's your left or your right. Put it across your body, bring the other one up, over, and give it a stretch. And breathe and just relax into it. Yep, slowing everything right down, bringing your heart rate down again.
And don't sneeze.
Yes, because it will all stop. Right, and then give your hands a shake and change to the other side. The other arm across your body, and the other arm up. And just give yourself a really good stretch. And breathing. Ooh, exercising your heart muscles. And breathe. In and out. Well done. That's it, ladies.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done. Thank you.
Did you
hope
all
that's been useful and relaxing.
Yeah, did you all enjoy that?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Well done. So we've had a wonderful session, lovely meals on the table, lovely spread with our wonderful news of our funding success. Then we had our quiz that we've learned so much. Then we had an inspiring and very moving story told by Cheryl. Thank you very much. Followed by our wind down with our lovely exerciser, Elaine. So thank you all very, very much. I hope you enjoyed this session. I'm going to put my next lesson start. I'm going to put a link on, and if you can donate any amount, please donate, because whatever we donate from today to Sunday, they will double it, they'll match it. But more so, I'm going to send you the link. So put comments on there as well, how much you enjoyed the session, and keep viewing our website. So are you all still social distancing?
Yes.
Erlene, are you sure? Let me see.
Yes. I'm on my own in this house.
Okay. Mother, where are you social distancing?
Very so.
Okay. So thank you all very, very much.